8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Ogaraj, read by Sound Thavam. Minister Sarath Veerasekara said $5 billion lost in tourism industry due to COVID-19 pandemic situation. 63,000 million rupees earned from small crop exports last year. Special attention has been focused on rural development activities during this budget proposals. The Health Minister says steps underway to avert rise in COVID cases due to protests in Colombo. COVID figures move up with 532 new cases and 23 deaths. Russia to assist in generating low-cost electricity using nuclear power. Chairman of the Petroleum Warehouse Infrastructure, Mohammad Uwais, assures that there will not be any fuel shortage in future. SJB parliamentarian Mano Ganeshan contracts COVID-19. News overseas, schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. In sports, Ashes Test Series, Australia include Usman Khawaja in 15-man squad for first 2 England tests. Today is the 4th day of the debate session on the budget proposals 2022. Speaking at the debate, Minister Sarath Veerasekara said $5 billion lost in tourism industry due to COVID-19 situation of the pandemic. $700 million have been spent on COVID vaccines. The President took over a flawed economy in 2019, even though the government is able to fulfill the debt commitments worth $2 billion in 2 instances. Joining the debate, State Minister Janaka Vakumbara said 63,000 million rupees earned from small crop exports last year. The State Minister expressed confidence that this amount could be increased up to 100,000 million during this year. A sum of 1,200 million rupees has been spent on cultivation activities of export crops. 10,000 million rupees has been set aside for plantation development. Parliamentarian Govinda Kumaratunga said special attention has been focused on rural development activities during this budget proposals. A sum of 85,000 million rupees has been set aside for this purpose. Parliamentarian Pramita Bandara Tennakone emphasized the importance of earning $220 billion from export economy. Parliamentarian Tushara Indunil said this budget proposal does not have any provision or work plan for food security. All necessary steps are being taken to prevent a possible surge in COVID cases that could be experienced consequent to the protest campaign by a political party in Colombo yesterday, the Health Ministry said. Deputy Director General of Health Services, Dr. Hemant Hera, told a news briefing at the Health Promotion Bureau that the possible rise in cases due to the protest would only be seen after 10 to 15 days. Dr. Herath pointed out, as health authorities, they do not wait until damage occurs, but take all remedial measures to avert the damage before it turns worse. Dr. Herath further said the health officials will do their part as health authorities to prevent a spike in cases due to the protest. However, he made the point clear that if COVID cases would not increase in the next 10 to 15 days as expected because of their efforts, it doesn't mean that such protests do not lead to rise in cases. The epidemiology unit of the Health Ministry says that another 532 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus today, November 17th. The new development moved the total number of COVID-19 cases registered in the country thus far to 553,526. According to official figures, the number of virus-infected patients currently under treatment stands above 14,300. Meanwhile, the total recoveries count is now at 525,188. Meanwhile, the Director General of Health Services has confirmed 23 new coronavirus-related deaths for November 16th, pushing the death toll in the country due to the virus infection to 14,057. The death confirmed today include 13 males and 10 females, according to the Department of Government Information. 2 of the victims are between the ages 30 to 59 years, and the remaining 21 are in the age group of 60 years and above. Meanwhile, SJB MP Mano Ganeshan has tested positive for COVID-19 in a rapid antigen test. The MP said in a Twitter message that he has tested positive in a rapid antigen test. He is isolated and under treatment, hope to recover soon. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Russian Federation has agreed to explore the possibility of generating low-cost electricity in Sri Lanka through new sources such as nuclear power. The decision was revealed following a meeting held between Russian Ambassador Yuri B. Materi and Power Minister Gamini Lokuge at the ministry. The ambassador said Sri Lanka should look into the possibility of adopting to other low-cost power generation methods in addition to renewable methods. He also said that he was ready to provide assistance with the aim of providing electricity to meet the daily growing demand of the country, as well as providing relief to the consumers by deviating from costly power generation strategies. Minister Lokuge said that at present, the energy sector in Sri Lanka is shifting to renewable sources. Chairman of the Petroleum Warehouse Infrastructure, Mohammad Uwais, assures that there will not be any fuel shortage in future. It is reported that there were long queues in some fuel filling stations, but this is a temporary problem. There is enough and sufficient stocks of fuel in the country. He requested the general public and motorists not to panic based on a wrong media report. He requested the general public to purchase or fill the daily necessary fuel at a time. That concludes local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The National Education Institute plans to introduce education reforms in 2023. The main objective of this exercise is to promote quality education among students at national, provincial and zonal levels in the country. A committee has been appointed comprising suitable officials of the education sector to devise a plan for this purpose. Director General of National Education Institute, Dr. Sunil Jayanta Navaratna said a yearly report will be submitted on the possible reforms and came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Health authorities have requested the public to follow health guidelines strictly as the corona infections crossed 700 mark the third day. Director General of the Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, said that it is a high risk for the public to get involved with large gatherings or get-togethers. He requested the public to refrain from travelling between the provinces. He pointed out that 600 to 700 corona patients are still being reported daily from the country. Therefore, he emphasised that the pandemic can spread rapidly again if the public act irresponsibly and came to you in Watchlight.
Select technical and vocational courses with proper guidance. Visit regional career guidance centers or visit nearest district divisional secretariat offices and meet career guidance practitioners or skills development officers. Be aware on unregistered institute which promote widely. Don't waste your valuable time and money. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Japan's export growth slows as car production slides. Frida Kahlo art fetches record $34.9 million at auction. Authorities in the Indian capital Delhi have shut all schools and colleges indefinitely amid the worsening levels of air pollution. Construction work has also been banned until 21st November, but an exception has been made for transport and defence-related projects. Only 5 of the 11 coal-based power plants in the city have been allowed to operate. A toxic haze has smothered Delhi since the festival of Diwali. Japan's exports have snapped 7 months of double-digit growth as the supply chain crisis hit the motor industry. Exports expanded by 9.4% in the year to October, the smallest rise in 8 months and lower than forecasts. Shipments of cars were hit particularly hard, down by almost 37% from the same time in 2020. The slowdown highlights how vulnerable Japan's export-reliant economy is to supply chain bottlenecks. A painting by Mexican artist Frida Kahlo has sold at Sotheby's auction house in New York for a record $34.9 million. It is the highest price paid at an auction for a Latin American artwork. The record had previously been set by a work by Diego Rivera, with whom Kahlo had a decades-long tumultuous relationship. His piece sold for $9.76 million in 2018. Kahlo's painting Diego Valle was one of her final self-portraits. Back to the headlines of the world news. Schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. Japan's export growth slows as car production slides, and Frida Kahlo art fetches record $34.9 million at auction. That concludes this bulletin of world news.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take all out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070-400-1928.
The country's first medical equipment manufacturing plant in Bandaragama was declared open under the patronage of Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa today. A sum of $15 million has been invested on this project and came to you in Development News.
Development News was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070-400-1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Soccer first, Finland missed out on a playoff spot for the Football World Cup finals as goals from Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe gave France victory in Helsinki. Finland began the night second in the group, but the defeat saw them overtaken by Ukraine, who won 2-0 against Bosnia-Herzegovina. In cricket, Australia have named a 15-man squad for the first 2 Ashes tests against England. Batter Usman Khawaja is recalled, having not played test cricket since August 2019, when Australia retained the Ashes with a 2-all draw in England. All-rounder Mitchell Marsh, who made the match-winning innings in the T20 World Cup final, has not been selected. The first test is in Brisbane on 8th December, before a day-night match in Adelaide on the 16th of December. Khawaja, 34, will take on Travis Head for a spot in the middle order, with Marcus Harris set to open with David Warner. That's sports news. Business news up next.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U-Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
SLT Mobitel achieved a 49.2% year-on-year growth of profit after tax (PAT) in quarter 3 of 2021, posting 3.2 billion rupees in profit after tax, reiterating consumer confidence in the national ICT solutions provider. SLT group revenue for quarter 3 2021 grew by 15.6% compared to the same quarter of the previous year to 26.7 billion rupees. That's business news, economic news to follow.
Business News, Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 go sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Chairman, Morphosis Energy and Shipping, Chandra Maulis, said they are very confident that they would be able to extract oil and gas in Sri Lanka. This will not only be in Mannar deep waters, but in several other shallow water areas in Sri Lanka. The fact that Sri Lanka is situated in proximity to Indian oil excavation sites is one major factor that we are so confident, and also research done early on several occasions too are very positive. We also have observed that all over the world, new oil and gas sites are discovered in non-traditional areas, and this too gives us more confidence to invest. That's economic news.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
The Met Department says showers will occur at times in Western and Sabaragama provinces and in Gaul and Martara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere in the evening or night. Fairly heavy showers, about 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the Uva, Central, North Central and Northwestern provinces. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. This weather report was published this evening at 7:30 p.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. Meanwhile, the International Weather Forecast website AccuWeather.com reports that the day's weather was observed to be bright with occasional showers. Today's daytime temperature was around 27 degrees Celsius. There were light showers in many places in Colombo district in the night. Tonight's temperature will be around 24 degrees Celsius and there will be scattered showers in selected spots late in the night. The ground temperature would be 25 degrees Celsius at the time of this news broadcast. The air quality index AQI is 17, which show fair condition in Colombo. The air quality is ideal for most individuals. Enjoy your normal outdoor activities.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To conclude this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. Minister Sarath Veerasekara said $5 billion lost in tourism industry due to COVID-19 pandemic situation. 63,000 million rupees earned from small crop exports last year. Special attention has been focused on rural development activities during this budget proposals. The Health Ministry says steps underway to avert rise in COVID cases due to protest in Colombo. COVID figures move up with 532 new cases and 23 deaths. Russia to assist in generating low-cost electricity using nuclear power. Chairman of the Petroleum Warehouse Infrastructure, Mohammad Uwais, assures that there will not any fuel shortage in future. SJB Parliamentarian Mano Ganeshan contracts COVID-19. News overseas. Schools and colleges shut as pollution worsens in Delhi. In sports, Ashes Test Series, Australia include Usman Khawaja in 15-man squad for first 2 England tests. That concludes tonight's news broadcast, and now